Welcome back to the beginning of the second season of the Panthers franchise. The franchise were in the first season. We tried to change the course of history itself, make the season for Bryce Young a little bit better than his initial rookie season was. And now in this second season, we're going to be trying to alter the future itself. Now, isn't that a premise? Doesn't that sound cool? If it doesn't, I don't know what does. Anyways, we're at the end of the first team building process here. We have arrived at a roster that is actually looking way better than what we started with. We brought in some decent players. We drafted interesting young players. We brought in a lot of young talent. Why? Well, quite simply, we had to redo this team. We had to rebuild this team from the bottom up. We've got a lot of very good looking players. I'm so psyched to see where Brandon Dreddeus and Jeremiah Dreddeus Jr. will come out in terms of their overalls. We will be working a little bit on all of the depth chart stuff because that's still a little bit wonky. As you can see, I won't be having Trotter Jr. and Yetur Gross-Matos on the same position. That just doesn't make any sense. But we have really built the team, keeping in mind some of the veteran players and their performances, but whilst also at the same time looking over at veterans. For instance, Adam Thielen here. The practice squad is chock full of young players. I'm really excited about these. We've got 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds. We've partly got very, very low overalls, like Farmer here. But the thing is, he's 20, and he will have the full effect of the growth. So I'm really looking forward to that. We're going to be kicking off the season, and there's always a lot to do in this first episode. We're going to set a season goal. We're going to do the opening day key. And then, of course, we're going to be taking a look at the Buccaneers roster this season. We're going to be doing weekly strategy, and then we're going to be playing the game itself, of course. So, a lot to do. We're going to immediately start by setting the season goal. What is the season goal going to be? Well, last season we punched into the playoffs, and I feel like that should be our target for this season. Again, we tried to lowball it, and just look at what the real Panthers achieved last season. For the next season, I would really think that a playoff run should be doable. It'll certainly be challenging, and I don't yet know all of the challenges that we will have this season, but that should be our target. So we're going to commit to that goal. There we go. I showed you the roster at the end of last episode, so do check that out if you want to see the roster. We're going to be taking a look at the contract situations. That's another big deal here. But for now, time for the opening day keys press conference. It's opening day this week and a fresh start for every team around the league, and you'll be facing the Buccaneers. What's the key to victory? I think a stifling defense. It all starts with defense. We plan on making their offense uncomfortable, keeping them off the scoreboard as much as possible. All right, so I reckon we're going to have a target relating to that. You mentioned making their offense uncomfortable. Where does that start? I think we're going to try and stuff the run. Games are won and lost in the trenches. If you can't stop the run, the other team can grind your team right out of the stadium, but we don't plan on letting that happen. All right. So, target allow less than 75 yards rushing. That is really not a lot. Wow. All right. That is a hefty target. But all right, we're gonna focus on that in the game plan, of course. Next up, yeah, let's immediately do weekly strategy. Why ever not? All right, so we're facing... before we do that, we have to check out the team. How did I forget that? All right, so the starting quarterback, actually Sam Darnold, Jameis Winston, and Devin Leary, who's a rookie. I personally don't know why they're not going with Devin Leary, because he could be much worse. But all right, Sam Darnold it is. Running back, Rachaad White, 2585, Snoop Conner, and Sean Tucker. I actually think Rachaad White is to be taken seriously. I do hope we manage to hold him to 75 yards. But yeah, we're going to focus the game plan on that for sure. Johnny Stanton is the fullback. The wide receivers, Mike Evans with an X factor here. Chris Godwin, Trey Palmer, Russell Gage Jr., and Raheem Jarrett. Trey Palmer out of the 23 draft, of course. Tight ends, Kate Otten, 2577, Cole Kieft, and Payne Durham. So there we go. Not the highest rated group of players here. The left tackle is Tristan Wirfs, 25.96. We've got Joe Alt here. That's a rookie that I drafted on the Titans. He's going to be exceptionally good. Jordan Morgan, another rookie at that position. Don't really know why they bring in so many players on that position. But Tristan Wirfs has had very good career stats. That's not what I wanted to look at. I wanted to check out the ratings. The best left tackle in the game. Here we go. So, there's that. Left guard, Matt Filer, 32.73. All right, Tate Ratledge, who's, in my opinion, ready to take over right now because there's no competition. Ryan Jensen, 33.87. Robert Hainsey as a backup. Cody Mouch, 25.72. I love that toothless grid. It's just so fun. Deontay Brown, 26.66. Right tackle, Luke Gadecki, 25.80. And Zach Callahan is 23.58. Not that promising looking. On defense, we're facing Kalijah Cansey, 23.82. Tyquan Lewis, 29.75. Right edge is Jonathan Greenard, 27.78. And Logan Hall, 24.75. He's out of the 22 draft. Again, I'd give him the starter spot, but yeah, whatever. D-tackle Vita Vea out injured, right? That is a boost for us. Tyler Davis and Nesta Jade Silvera are here. Take note of the beanie in the picture. He's looking like he's sleeping, so that's a really great picture right there. Left outside linebacker Joe Trine Shayenka, 25.77. Yaya Diaby and Marquise Watts, 24.69. Mid linebackers Levante David, 34.85. We've got David White here as well. KJ Britt and Servosia Dennis. This is a very tough duo on the mid linebacker position. Shaquille Brett on the outside linebacker on the right side, 31.79, but an X factor. Anthony Nelson bringing up the rear. Quarterbacks, Carlton Davis III and Jamel Dean, both very solid, good-looking quarterbacks. Christian Izien, Zion McCollum are decent enough, I would say, and Josh Hayes is a backup player. Antoine Winfield, certainly one of the better players on that team. Free safety, 26.94. Yusuf Corker as a backup. Strong safeties, Taylor Rapp, 26.79. Kayvon Merriweather. And the kicker, Harrison Mevis, and the punter is Jake Camarda. All right, so we checked out the team. Now, let's just focus on our weekly strategy for today. We need to stuff the run, so that is definitely what we're going to be doing. But at the same time, I want to limit Sam Darnold. So we're going to defend the short pass and also keep a look out for the run here, of course. Next up, let's just get everybody started training here. I know the depth chart is not yet fixed. I need to do that. I'm going to do that off camera maybe. Don't want to spend too much time here. We're going to be running it inside. I think that strategy worked pretty well last time around. We're still on half pads and split training to avoid injuries towards the end of last season. The team profile. Who do we want to really train this season? Jeremiah Trotter Jr., for sure. Bryce Young, for sure. Caleb Bullock, free safety, oh yeah. Brandon Dorius, hell yeah. Then we've got David Van at D-tackle and Landon Jackson also at D-tackle. Let me just take a look here. Is there someone that I'd rather train in comparison to David Van, who is 22, mind you? I'm looking actually at Chuba Hubbard. Could give him some training sessions. Is there a young player here? Anthony Schwartz. We could try and train him up a little bit. He's lightning quick. Definitely want to see what he can do. Tommy Tremble. Yeah, I think my starting. But let's get some training for the backup tight end, because that is a position that definitely will be used quite a bit, and I'd rather have someone there that is actually usable if it really comes down to that. So Chico Bennett, this could be an interesting one. Derek Brown, certainly not. Javon Kinlock could be an option. Davin Van, nope. I'm going to be going with Landon Jackson here. Who else do we have to train? I could look for Ash Green. But maybe Danny Stutzman is the one to go, because I really like for him to grow as quickly as he can. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. I think that is the right way to go. The weekly game plan goal. Do we stick with the suggestions? What are the suggestions? Can we take a look at these? What is it? Force 3+ turnovers. All right. Now we're going to try and sack him 5 times. I think that is realistic. 20 points or less. All right, 300 defensive yards. We're going to go for it. And what is the target there? Let's win the turnover battle. 15 plus for first downs might be a little bit reaching for it. And one more thing I want to take a look at with you before we kick off the game for sure is the team's salary situation. That's a big one actually, because we will have to negotiate with a few players this season. Some of these will be pretty easily dealt with, like George Gregory, for instance, Ash Green, Fadil Diggs, all the rookies, those will be relatively cheaply done, no problem right there. Benson, same thing. Terrace Marshall Jr., thinking about this one. I'm not sure what I want to do about him. He's 24 and 74, so he's actually not that old. I actually think he's quite decent in his overall. Looking at Brady Christensen, I am really questioning this one here. Austin Corbett, same thing. He is 28 already and 76, so he's decent, but could we maybe bring a young player to take over that position, give him a big deal, and just develop him over the course of the next years? Tommy Tremble, definitely want to keep him around. Johnny Hecker, yeah, whatever. Derek Brown, this is a big one because he's going to want a big contract. And on right edge, he definitely is the main pulling force over there. So I think a trade will happen here. We've got Shaq Thompson, who's going to be out of a deal towards the end of the season. We've got Chuba Hubbard, who's out of a deal. Dante Jackson, Xavier Woods, J.C. Horn. And well, then we're looking at other players already. J.C. Horn actually has 2 years, so that's positive. But there's a lot of older players as well. Looking at you, Xavier Woods. Looking at you, Dante Jackson. Shaq Thompson, and of course the one that really hurts a lot is Derek Brown. He's not that old. I don't think that we'll be able to pay him, or that I just want to pay him. So that was what the drafting was all about, bringing in players for different positions that will be able to take over from players who are going to have a contract that is ending. Nevertheless, the question is, do we keep him around for a season? Do we trade him as long as he has a certain value? Do we try and trade him for a different player? Do we try and bring in other players here? So there's a lot to think about here. We're going to be doing that starting next week, of course, or the week after that, as soon as we are in the position to talk contract stuff with the players, of course. So, but for now, I think we are pretty much done. I will be doing the depth chart off camera. That is not that exciting. We're going to see each other in the game in the Bank of America Stadium. Of course, a home game, the season opener. So welcome to Bank of America Stadium. We're going to be kicking off the new season here in this NFL kickoff featured game. Bryce Young, what can we do this season? We're facing off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here, led by Sam Darnold. He does have great weapons at his disposal. The defense is super solid. But the question is the quarterback really the game changer? And if so, can Bryce Young lead this team into the playoffs? That, of course, is the big target here. For this season, I have chosen to go with unicolors, just to differentiate them a little bit. You know, when you look at a video from last season, you should know which season is, or at least that it's a different season. Wow, look at those hair physics for Sam Darnold. Nice. Go back and take a look. He even had those wavy hair in there. So, but here's the Panthers. Getting ready to kick it off. Getting ready to start the new season. A lot of ambition in the team. A lot of things we want to achieve here. And our defense manages to turn it over. That was an important one. We're going to go immediately with an inside zone run right to left. This is Sanders. Let's go. How does this new team feel? How does this new team shape up? And here we go. Number 54 catches up with Miles Sanders. He gets a first run and almost a full 10 yards immediately. We're actually looking at a few players here. You can see Colton Dowell on the middle play. He is a dude that I know quite well from the Titans franchise. He was drafted by the Titans initially. They did let him go. His overall is not that high, but at the same time, he was super solid in his catching. And I just want to test if this is still the case here, so I made him my slot wide receiver, also taking some pressure and some snaps off of Adam Thielen. We're going with the unicolor. I think this is the alternate home uniform, also with these super cool black helmets. I really love that color scheme. It's just really awesome. And here we go, Miles Sanders. Can we? Stepping inside. I was waiting for a block from Adam Thielen. That didn't come, but our run game up to par. Again, we push forward. 33 is where we find ourselves. Jamel Dean with a tackle here. But that run was looking extremely good. Love the block in there. I was half expecting number 19 to really go for it, but felt like I had to sidestep it. Could have probably stayed on the outside. Let's test out the middle high-low. Colton Dowell. He's a freaking big dude, all right? He's a very big dude. Question is, can he get that ball away? And that is almost a pick here. Bryce Young 0-1. We certainly want to get momentum going. We certainly want to build, motivation and build trust amongst the team players. So definitely looking for that one here. And here we go. Tommy Tremble. Speaking of trust, he was exceptionally good last season. I let Ian Hurst go. I never looked back. I never questioned it. Was that a good idea? I don't care. Yes, it was. It was a fantastic idea. Really great. Oh, lordy. Knocked out by number 54. Told you so. Those two midline backers are really going to be hard to deal with. We've got Cade York, a new kicker. He was available in free agency, and he was looking better than Eddie Pinheiro. So there we go. He finds the target and scores a field goal. So there's that. Nice. All right, so we take the lead. 3 points on the board. Turn it over again. That was pretty good look at. Let's go the halfback dive. Chuba Hubbard. Let's get out of here. Do I like this one more? Let's take a look at the quick signs. I think we can hit Thielen. Number 9 is there. Oh my god. Alright, the coverage seems to be pretty good. That's Shiyinka. We know that he's good. Let's take a look at Ben Sino. That is the new backup, or the backup tight end. My second tight end, sitting behind Tremble. There we go. That's the push, and he actually survives that push. Pretty good. 3rd and 4. Here we go. Wasn't sure if Bryce Young was going to hit the target there, but he did. So, well done. We're going now going to take the trail shaker. Again, looking for the tight end route here. Tommy Tremble. Let's go, man. Oh, coverage again. Can we hit this? Nope. Come on, dude. Winfield Jr. was there. Maybe we should focus on the running more. I really don't want to give the ball to them now. But on the other hand, I mean, not even Sam Darnold can mess this distance up, right? Here we go. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Push, 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 push. And he gets across, steps over the line. And we have another set of downs. A lot of pressure there, but did look pretty good right there. So, next up. Look at that Tommy Tremble. I also like Dowell. He's kind of my safety valve right there. Oh, shit. And he's covered. Number 45. He was just waiting to step inside. That is rough. That is rough. All right. It's not going to do a lot towards having a nice completion rate. All right. Maybe Miles Sanders. All right. Let's take a look here. Stepping down below. Good block. And a straight run forward. Push, push, push. And he gets it. Nice. We've got a very good running back group here. I also like Joe Shiyinka. Not Shiyinka. Tyrion Davis-Price. Like what he can bring to the party here. Let's rock some verticals. Let's see this one here. One of my favorite plays, as you know. Off we go. Here we go. Adam Thielen gets 6 yards. Nice play. Nice play. Here we go. 83 halfback choice. Hubbard can go either way. Thinking of just going for an inside zone run here. Snap. Off we go. Yeah, wrapped up pretty quickly. Number 20, that's Taylor Rapp. Wrapping up was Taylor Rapp. Yes, you couldn't make this up. You couldn't make this up. So Tommy Tremble, Ben Sinnott again going towards the left-hand side of Good. Hubbard going out towards the right. Just want to keep the clock in my view. Oh, can I just say that that was a fantastic catch. Ben Sinnott getting into position there. I really love the way tight ends play football, man. It's my favorite position. Nice. So that's JC Horn here. Let's go the tight end angle. Speaking of tight ends, Tommy Tremble's going to go the direct one. I've got Laviska Chenault. I've got Jonathan Mingo going straight, then right. So a lot of options on this play. Shoved here. We're going to call the first timeout. 28 seconds on the clock. 2 and 5 currently in this first half. Let's go the mesh spot here. I highly doubt Hubbard will get open, but we've got options, and I just like having that. Just like that. Jonathan Mingo. Stopped here, but we get a new set of downs, so that is fantastic. And now we're going to be taking a look at some more direct plays. Maybe we can hit him straight. Here's Thielen. I'd rather hit him. On the other hand, we'll just take the yards here. 9 yards on that play. Stepping outside, Tommy Tremble getting the clock to stop. Halfback slip screen. Gonna go right. This is Hubbard. I still have a timeout left. Worst case, we get a timeout. Best case, we score. So, there we go. That is sadly overthrown because Dowell would have actually been there. He would have been there. Actually, it didn't look that bad, the route. Let's just get Tommy Tremble down the field here. Quick. And here we go. Caught in the end zone. What was that? Was that a stomp by number 20? Never mind. Tommy Tremble scores. My tight end, number 1. Getting inside on that beautiful vertical route. Bryce Young finds the target without any issues whatsoever. Nice. That's all I can say. We score in the first half. We go up 10-0, I think. Yeah, there we go. Get the ball again. Let's go with a halfback ISO. There seems to be a little bit of space on the left-hand side. Do we get a drag done? Let's try this one. Let's see if we can hit Jonathan Mingo back there. Waiting for the right time, and we complete the pass. Tyler Davis, an injury for Tampa Bay. Number 97 here. That's never nice to see. I mean, they are missing Vita Vea, and that is, I have to tell you, that is a presence, a missing presence that is really felt. I don't think it would have been a really big problem if he would have been here. At least not for the Buccaneers, but for us, man, he would have really created pressure down the middle. I feel like the offensive line is just really doing its job pretty well. I'm not seeing any issues at the moment. We're not running out of space, out of time. We can just pick our plays. We can really move ahead. 13 and 19 today, 136 yards, 1 touchdown. It is looking really well. Well planned, well played. And here we go. Sam Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard. Sam Hubbard. There we go. Can we make it? Yes, we can. We step in, and that's another touchdown. Well done. I have to get into the Panthers commenting groove again a little bit. I was doing a lot of rejects, so let's get get familiar with the names again, shall we? It's not Sam Hubbard, it's Chuba Hubbard. What do you know? And Bryce Young connecting, that's nice. Come on, defense. That seems to be a lot of running play actions right there. We're going to go the shallow cross. Jonathan Mingo. Don't really care about the other routes. I think he is going to have the main one. Boom, what a hit. Shaquille Barrett, number 7, with an injury. And that is number 9. That's Bryce Young, actually. Powering into him. Letting the presence be felt. All right. Enough talk of presence. We're going to go with this boost slide here. Even if the audible menu was a little bit bugged. Looking weird. Nice. Laviska Chenault Jr. We're going to take the tackles head on and stay in bounds. I don't think I stepped outside. So there's that. But that was a good one. We had to roll out of the pocket just a little bit here. Finding the target. Really nice. Really nice. Waiting for the ball to come. That is pretty cool. Play action flood. Here we go. Ben Sinnott. Left to the right side. And then a swift turn. Ooh. Actually, I don't think that the precision was bad. It was just... something was off in terms of the speed, maybe. Play action Y over. Here we go. Tommy Tremble. It's a good route. Turning towards the side. If we move up to the 30, that is awesome. There we go. I love the stability that these dudes bring to the game. It's just great having the assurance that as soon as he has the ball, he's going to hold on to it. 17-7, we're 10 points in the lead. And looking at the stats, we're still holding them. 46 rushing yards. Let's just not let them get on the field again, huh? Let's try that. Adam Thielen with a very direct route here. We've got Hubbard. Do I like this? I think I do. Let's go there. Here we go. There's a snap. There we go. The veteran player. Austin Corbett with an injury. 63 goes down. I do hope it's nothing permanent. Because he's one of the dudes that, spoiler alert, we might be trading. And I want to get as much done in terms of trades as I can in the first, let's say, quarter of the season. I'm just not interested. Yeah, can we go forward? Blake Whiteheart. That's my third tight end. Goes down injured. That was interesting. It was kind of going backwards. Still second and goal here. Let's go to the Y corner. I know I said I didn't want them to return back, but it's still very far off. I don't want to start wasting time right now. Slapped away. Alright, third and goal. Not really getting closer at the moment. Abdominal tear. Oh, for crying out loud. That is exactly what I didn't want to see. What I didn't want to see. Alright, can we get Hubbard in there? It's usually a pretty cool route. He turns and if I hit him and it's knocked out. Oh, for crying out loud, man. Oh, Chuba Hubbard. We had the route. We had the connection. And then he drops the ball. That is not good. Alright, we don't need too much power. Andy Dalton holds. Cade York kicks it. And it's between the sticks that are important, of course. Field goal. 20 versus 7. Come on, defense. Nice. Good turnover. Let's take a look at the run game a little bit more now. It's not like a lot of time has passed, but we're just going to focus that a little bit more here. Number 31, Antoine Winfield Jr. I love the outline. It's only an outline here on the helmet. That is just really slick looking. And here we go. Oh, Chuba Hubbard. Very quick takedown. Number 99, not wasting any time here. Not wasting any time. Let's see. Can we get a bench going? 3rd and 5. I've got Tremble. I've got Sinot. I've also got Mingo and Thielen, but I'm rather looking for those safe routes here. There we go. Just boom. Hit out of bounds. I hope the clock hasn't been impacted. There we go. Halfback inside zone. Yes, clock has been stopped. He was actually pushed out of bounds there. I tried to stay inside. So, I want to have another set of first downs. We're going forward. And 6 yards here. Try and Shayenka goes down injured. Antoine Winfield again with the tackle. A very important player for the Buccaneers here. Inside zone. Right to left. Clock has stopped again, of course, because of the injury. Push, push, and shove. Here we go. Alright, clock will be taken down to the 2-minute mark. And that was a very nice run here by Chuba Hubbard. As we're hit with the 2-minute warning. We are, and I think it's safe to say, we're going to win the season opener. I'm not really doubting this. The question is, what will the rest of the season bring, of course? And how do we deal with certain situations here? Taylor Moulton, my highest earning player. And yet he's super old and injured currently. Adam Thielen with an injury. 1 minute 54 still to be played. Currently being looked at. I do hope that he can return. Because otherwise that would be not great. Alright, right to left. Right to left. And we're going to power forward. Timeout called here. Nice. It's a blunt dive, 2 yards out. If we get a yard, I'm fine with that. If we get a touchdown, I'm equally fine. There we go, up to the 1 yard line. Another timeout called. Interesting. Inside zone, right to left, Miles Sanders. These are sometimes really hard to get, but not here. 56, Bradley Bozeman was all alone in the middle there. Had all the time in the world to protect the route for Miles Sanders. And it's just the front players for the Buccaneers that just don't seem to be that dangerous. Might be jinxing it now, but when I look at that, it just doesn't seem to be a lot of pressure coming off them. If my still work in progress offensive line can build this. All right, here we go. Chuba Hubbard stopped by Winfield Jr. And they're not calling a timeout. Interesting choice. We are, of course, going to go with this here again. Another inside zone run. I want to force them to use that timeout. Here we go. Space. First down. Powering forward. And I don't think that they'll even call it. I don't think that they'll call it. It's just... I think it's a wrap here. Pun intended. I was looking for the word and he just showed up. Come on, man. Cut me some slack. Cut me some slack here. Not for real, though. We are going to have a very good season opener. I like the way that Bryce Young is moving, is feeling. He seems to be ironed out. A lot of the things that were probably parts of the team that we could and should improve. And I'm actually looking for further improvements along the line. Probably next week. We'll have the first chance to talk contracts. We're going to take a look at which players we will pay, which players we're just going to trade. I'm looking to prepare the Panthers for years of greatness. Right? I don't want to have a one-off year. We are actually looking for a franchise, for a dynasty here. That's the target. All right, so beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers starts off this new season here. It's the 2024 season. Bryce Young does well here. Sam Darnold, not the most elite quarterback, but he still gets 71% completion rate, which is higher than Bryce Young. The yardage, of course, isn't great. 91 is all he's going to get. The rushing side, let's see. How much did they get? 30. I think they're going to stay under the target of 75, which is pretty cool. Our running backs did really well. On the receiving side, same thing. Very happy. Tommy Tremble, fantastic stuff. But also the other players that were probably a little bit question marks for me because I haven't seen them in action yet. Like Ben Sinnott, like Colton Dowell. They really showed me what they could do. So I'm actually very happy with that. Blocking looks good. What about defense? We've got Carlton Davis and JC Horn for the solo tackle crown, the total tackle crown. Man, Devin White, 45. Mid linebacker, he had so much to do. Also, taking a look here at these dudes. It's the safeties, of course, linebackers that had to be everywhere. Tackles for loss, nice. What about a sack? We got Yito Gross-Matos with a sack. Dean Jones and Javon Kinlaw teaming up for a sack. One interception even by Danny Stutzman. Well done, that's a rookie, of course. And kicking Cade York scores everything, makes all the kicks. So great job. Derek Brown. I was really impressed by our ability to stop the run this week. I think we felt the pressure to step up, and it led to great things. Yeah, exactly. If we can sustain this kind of success for the entire year, this defense is going to be scary. Exactly. I'm not sure if we really will keep it up against all the teams, but this is very welcome here. 4,500 XP for all defensive linemen. That is really cool, man. Plus 10 staff points. We're going to use those as well. I think we're going to have to buff defense a little bit to just have a chance against the stronger teams. For instance, next week, 49ers coming to town. That's always going to be exciting. Speaking of exciting, what a good start this was to the season. Also beating a rival in the NFC South. That's also very important. And yeah, very happy with how this season has kicked off. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Drop a like, please subscribe. That's much appreciated, as is your presence here. So thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, thanks for being here, for making this special for me. Stay awesome, everybody, and see you next time.